about me, baby. Hey, ask and you shall receive. We saw that coming. I can't wait. Let's go. Good stuff. Good. That's not good. Oh no, that's not good either. Fable Passage here kills us. This is another example of why Foretell is so good. Now, we can play Ascendant Spirit, we can Frostbite, and still hold up a counter spell. That's just so much to do. Like, how's it going, y'all? Titan Smash MTG, and today we're back with some Kaldheim Standard, our first foray into Kaldheim ranks since Kaldheim has been out. And I'm actually really looking forward to this again. Let me move this mic a little bit. But we're playing some Standard here. I'm going to start off with some Izzet Goldspan. This is a deck that's been taken off. By the time this comes up on Sunday, this is probably old news at this point because everybody's playing new decks. But I saw this list and loved it, and getting to play just a little bit of it and unranked, I had a blast with it. So I wanted to take it into ranked here. So basically there's like two different versions of this. I know LSV had a more flashier version that had a little bit more counter spells. Didn't play the Ascendant Spirit and things like that. This version plays the Ascendant Spirit because I found myself wanting to have a mana sink on the times I was holding up mana and didn't want to use it. So you have like a lot of little nice lines of play here. Ascendant Spirit, you know, you can drop it on one, and a lot of time it just eats up removal that you don't really care about. Like if this thing dies, it's not that big of a deal. But when it gets to, you know, take over a game and do big work, then it's really nice. We have the Foretell spells here in Behold the Multiverse and Saw It Coming. So both of these things on 2 mana, you know, you get on your turn 2, you can put these into Foretell. And then later on in the game, you have all these different lines of play, like we're on turn 3, you're possibly holding up a Saw It Coming and a Frostbite, or you can play your Ascendant Spirit and hold up one of these on turn 4 especially. You can do Behold the Multiverse and Saw It Coming for the Foretell cost, which is really nice. And also that 2 mana is really important because say if you foretold Saw It Coming, you can play Goldspan Dragon on 5, it resolves, you get to attack and make your treasure, or if they try to remove it before attacks, you make that treasure, counter the spell because it's foretold now, and then you just go about your day, still holding up things like Negate, Essence Scatter, Stomp, Petty Theft. So the deck's a lot of fun to play. It makes you think a little bit, which, you know, is troublesome for some people, but having a blast with it. We're only going to be playing best of 1 right now. The meta's so new. I've recorded this on a Friday, so the meta's literally like a day old. So don't really know what to sideboard against yet. Didn't want to try anything too much, but this is what we have in the sideboard for now. There's a little bit of everything here. But take this into some best of 1 rank. Let's see how it goes. Let's go. Alright, first game of the day here is against Who Won? Who won? Who won? We'll be on the draw here to start it off. Opening hands, a little awkward. We have this Ascendant Spirit, but we have to play this forward. I still think I keep it, though. If I draw another color source especially, I can play the Ascendant Spirit and hold up Frostbite on turn 2. Red for opponent. We'll go and drop this forward, pass the turn. But even this next turn, like we're still holding up Essence Scatter, still holding up. We can foretell, behold the Multiverse if we want to, even if we don't have a color source. Okay, well now we're just going to have an easy play, and that was a nice draw there. So just like I was saying, we can drop this pathway here. We'll do it on red, so we got the double red. We can play Ascendant Spirit and go ahead and Frostbite that Cobra. Did not want them ramping up on us and doing some unfair things. Alright, opponent passes. That's really good for us now. So now we have the decision. We could buff Ascendant Spirit if we wanted to. Don't think that's what we want to do, though. Let's go ahead and get that 1 damage in. I think I just want to Behold the Multiverse now. I can't imagine, like, I feel like they're a ramp deck, so Essence Scatter is not going to do too much on 4. I could be wrong. And if they have something like a Garruk or, you know, any kind of 4-mana spell like that, Migration Path, we can't counter it anyway, so we might as well just get this thing foretold. For the time being. Elspeth's Nightmare. Yeah, that's fine. We don't care about that at all. Now, I don't like that second chapter can hit us. That's a little bit frustrating. So... Player land tap. I think we just pass here. And I think I just gotta let them take this Behold the Multiverse. It kind of stinks, but that's the way it goes. We're still holding up Scatter and Frostbite. Should they have something like an Elder Gargaroth? And they could just take their Scatter if that's the case, if they have like a big creature. Okay, so they take the Scatter. Weird situation there, but just not a lot we can really do to bounce. Like, I don't have anything to bounce that. Okay, opponent passing. Ooh, no lands for opponent. That's nice. Let's go ahead and Behold the Multiverse. Don't think I want the Spirit. Bone Crusher I think is going to be okay, though. It's a threat we can have. It can be removal later on. Okay, we need lands, though. Yikes, I figured out a 3 card, maybe we'd hit 1 land, but I guess that was not the case. So we're just probably foretelling this now, and then holding up Stomp / Negate. I think it's still a good place to be. So let's go ahead and foretell this. And it's nice you can do that with just any kind of mana. So now we still have these 4s held up. They can exile our graveyard. We don't care about that. So both opponent and I are missing land drops right now. No bueno. But we definitely have the advantage as far as card draw goes. Okay, they hit a temple off the top. They didn't have anything on 4 last turn, so I'm assuming they don't this turn either. Oh, Binding of the Old Gods, eh? Do I care about that? I don't think I do. We don't have anything, like, they're just wanting to ramp really bad. If that's the case, I can just hold up this negate. So let's go ahead and Behold again. I think we want both of those cards. Both of those are very good cards. So now, just like I was talking about before, we get to... God, we got options now. I think we still Goldspan here and hold up negate. Obviously, if they play a creature, it hurts a little bit. But it is what it is. And if you want to get greedy with this kind of thing, you can, like right now, I could foretell my Saw It coming. And then if they tried to target this Goldspan Dragon, I could counter. But you just can't guarantee that's how it's going to work every time. So I think we're better off here just holding up negate or stomp. So they play the Gargi here. It's annoying. But we do have Bone Crusher Giant and Stomp and Frostbite. If I had another Frostbite, I can just double Frostbite that, and I'm okay even though it's a 2-for-1. Instead, like even here, I think what I do is play my other Goldspan Dragon, attack with both of them, and then on the one that they block, we just Stomp it. So that way, we go ahead and finish off their Gargaroth, and then we're still just holding up a bunch of mana. We're going to make 2 treasures here. This is the new Nissa in Standard, apparently, just ramping like crazy. So we have 7 mana available to us at the moment. No big deal. Now they can draw a card here, which is unfortunate. I'm assuming that's what they'll do. Okay. And let's go ahead, sack one of these. I don't trust Auto Tapper yet. Auto Tapper's kind of screwed me already this season, so I'm trying to just not trust the Auto Tapper when I can. Go ahead and finish that off. Get them down to 11 still. Now I got a few things I could do here. I think I'm just going to foretell the Saw It coming. That way we're holding up negate. I don't know, maybe I just don't. I have 5 mana available, so this way if I don't do this, then I've got Saw It coming and negate both held up this way. And I think this is one important thing to kind of show and talk about, is you don't always need to foretell your cards. Like right now, we have the 5 mana available, which is perfect for Saw It coming or negate. But if we foretold Saw It coming, then we'd only have one of those cards available to us. So I think in general, like if you're safe to foretell something, you may as well. Yeah, that's the easiest negate in my life. Get out of here, Tibalt. Old Tibber's thinking he's coming here to play. No, sirree. Could Shark Typhoon, but I think we're just passing the turn here. Drop a land. Let's go ahead and play the Bone Crusher. I could attack him with Faceless Haven as well, but getting them down to 3 doesn't really do much here since Frostbite can't go face. Like right now, we have lethal on board anyway. Again, can foretell this, but I've just got so much mana, I don't know if it really matters. I think I'd rather just save that mana, and that way if I don't need to counter anything, then we have a larger Shark Typhoon. Cobra's fine. We can Frostbite that, so that's cool. 4 cards in hand for opponent. Oh. So I'm going to Frostbite that, but I want to wait until they crack the passage first. That way they don't get that second landfall trigger. So with that on the stack, let's go ahead and bite that Cobra. So now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll still have 7 mana available to them, so they can still do something like another Tibalt here, but we have Saw It coming, and if that's the case, they're just dead. So bring on the Tibalt. Tibalt me, baby. Come Tibalt me, baby. Come Tibalt me, baby. Hey, ask and you shall receive. We saw that coming. I can't wait to make Saw It coming puns this whole season. And that's game, my friends. GG Uon 1-0 with Izzet Goldspan. Let's go. Alright, game number 2 against Raizui Khan. Let's see if we can take old Raizui down. We're on the play this time. You'll love to see it. Open hand. Not amazing here, but we still get the Ascendant Spirit on 1 into holding up Stomp on 2. Turn 3, we can play a forward and hold up another Stomp, or if we draw an untapped land, play the Bone Daddy. Either way, let's go ahead and Ascendant Spirit for now and pass the turn. Swamp. They're staring at that spirit. Bloodchief's Thirst. Yeah, and like I said, I don't really care most times if that thing gets stomped. It's not a big deal. I think we're just holding up Stomp here just in case. Not sure what we're played against, so in the dark we do this. We can still Stomp again next turn as well. This could be Esper Yorion. Oh, no priest. Well, glad we held up Stomp. Let's go ahead. Stomp Skidoody's there. Another Shark Typhoon is fine. Not really in the business of having a cycle for 0 if I can help it, but we'll do it. We ain't afraid to do so if we got to. Clerics of Life Bomb. Okay, so this is probably just Orzhov Clerics here. A matchup that I think we should have enough removal for where it just works out well. Like right now, they're just walking into all these stomps. They have 4 cards available. We technically have 6. I'm going to go ahead and play the Fable Passage here. Just thin the deck out a little bit, really. Try to find our gasoline. Like, the biggest thing of this deck is just getting to 5 mana. There's sometimes we're getting to 5 mana seems kind of hard because their land count's low. But a lot of times we can just get there. We're feeling pretty good. Bone Daddy coming down. Don't really have any much interaction for him right now anyway, so there's no reason to not play that out. Lunark coming down. Would love to stomp that as well. And they miss a land drop. That's good for us. So we may not be able to do too much here. We can still swing. Would love to have another stomp because Lunark Aspirates can get out of control. But we also play the full playset of Frostbite here, which can do 3 damage. So Temple of Silence coming down. They hit their land, but it's a tap land, so that's good for us. I decided I just want to hold up Shark Typhoon here because making a 3/3 blocker can just kill this Aspirate. And I know that may not seem like a great trade, but just getting this Aspirate out of here and still drawing a card, that's well worth my time and investment, I think. If I draw a Frostbite here, I'll not block. Otherwise, probably blocking. Shark Typhoon deck. Okay, and they foretell a card. Trying to think of what you would foretell in Orzhov Clerics. Could just run out 2 Bone Crushers here, honestly. I think I was passing the turn and just making a big shark again. Just keep card drawing them, making threats. Because they could play Doomscar, but that doesn't make much sense. This could be Poison the Cup, maybe? Again, like the meta's early, and that's why we're just not really sure what's going on. Okay. So I've got to stomp something here. This is kind of a tough decision. I think it's the Cleric, just because I don't want them gaining any more life at this point. And I feel pretty confident that Lunark Aspirates is not going to grow. Like, we're not going to give them the time to grow that into a threat anymore. So we stomp that. And then we'll go ahead and just make a 2/2 shark here. I said 2/2, that's funny. Now we have 6 power on board. Get them on a 2-turn clock. Hey! Opponent saw the writing on the wall. They didn't want no more of this. 2-0 Izzet Goldspan. Let's go. Game number 3 is against Mega Zilla. Godzilla's brother. Not as cool as Godzilla. We're on the draw this time. Hand's gas, though. We get the Ascendant Spirit on 1. Or Frostbite if we need to. We ain't picky. We just gotta work our way up to that Goldspan Dragon, baby. Island for opponent could be a spirit? No. Unfortunately, there's still people who play Ruin Crab out there. Well, we can Frostbite that crab if we need to. It's not super exciting, but they're staring at my spirit awful hard. Let's see if we get milled, baby. Okay, Triumph for opponent. Some good cards going in the bin there. And a Merfolk Rindraber. So we got options here now for sure. I'm probably not going to Frostbite this turn anyways, because they can't do the 3 damage. I think that's attack here, and if they block with Windrobber. Okay. I guess what I could have done actually is played that Pathway on red, and then if they blocked, I could have Frostbite. Like, say they blocked with the Ruin Crab. Just to finish it off there would be kind of convenient. For now, we're just going to hold up Petty Theft, I believe. I don't really mind if that gets countered. So that's 8 or more cards. We got 6 in there. So they can't quite sack it yet, though they're already getting close. Alright. I think we just try to Petty Theft that. Again, if they counter this Brazen Bar, not a big deal. At least that gets them down to 3 cards already. With Rogues, you kind of just got to push the advantage and just try to outcard advantage them as you can. They're going to have removal. They're going to have counters. You kind of just have to fight through it and do what you can, man. So here we play this on red. We still, now technically this doesn't count as our third snow source, but I'm going to attack in here and see if they want to block. Thieves Guild Enforcer. So that I think we do just try to Frostbite now. And if they want to counter that, I could Petty Theft if they blocked. Okay, they have no way of countering that right now, which is good to know. 2 more red sources in the bin. Could bounce the Ruin Crab. I just don't think it really matters. And I could pump the Spirit, but that doesn't really do anything. I think for now we just foretell this. Get that out of here. We're going to need to find another red source. That's for sure. Temple of Deceit for opponent. The cards just keep on getting milled. We're already down to 38. They top there. Wind Robber comes back down. They're still holding up. Drown in the Lock. Okay, well there's our other red source we needed. So let's go ahead and just assist them with the milling a little bit. You know, they are having a little bit of trouble here, so we'll mill ourselves. Passage in the bin. Let's go get a mountain. Obviously, you can see we play way more islands we do mountains here. Don't have a ton of red sources, and Goldspan, obviously Goldspan is double red, but we don't really, I mean, it's 5 mana. We'll get there. They keep looking at my Spirit, which makes me think they have some kind of removal for it, maybe Eliminate or Drown in the Lock. Again, I just feel like the Ascendant Spirit, if I need to pump mana into it, I can, but if not, well, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and Behold here and try to find a negate. I don't want them drawing a bunch of cards here if I can help it. That's a weird one to play. I usually see people play in the Into the Story. I feel like Into the Story is just way better. Both these cards are pretty good, huh? So I think we just let them have the card draw here and we take both of these. Because if I can untap with a Goldspan Dragon and holding up Essence Scatter, then that'll feel pretty good. And even if they, you know, if my dragon resolves and they kill it, I have another one, and we get the treasure off of it. Land for opponent, and it's a Fabled Passage. Some more cards going in the bin. We're about to be down to 28 left in the library, so we're halfway here. That's a card. Another Goldspan in the bin. My baby. So we still got 1 left in the deck, though. I was about to say, but if you want to swing with Ruin Crab, you'd be my guest. See after we'll mill 1 more card. I think I just try to bounce that thing again. See if they want to sack it. Like at this point for them sacking, it's not a bad idea because they'll draw the card and then it kind of fizzles my Brazen Borrower. Okay, Behold, not the worst spell in the world. I think we just got to run into this Goldspan perhaps. Maybe I attack. Are we cowards? Is that the question? I think we're cowards for now. Attack here. It's free damage, really. Perhaps we just want to Behold 1 more time. This way we're holding up Behold and Essence Scatter. One of the two. Alternatively, we can also just flash and Brazen Borrower if we need to. But we got to get a clock on them eventually because their library is starting to thin out pretty quickly with this Ruin Crab, and I'm sure there's more to come. Main phase, Thieves Guild Enforcer. I think we have to counter that, sadly. Yeah, it feels bad wasting a scatter on a 1-mana creature, but that just accelerates the millage so fast for us. Fabled Passage, as I was saying, 23 cards. There's my last Goldspan Dragon, so I've only got the 2 in hand now. Alright, we're down to 20 cards left. There's that end to the story I was talking about. God, this is such a good card. We were getting them so low on resources. Okay, well the good news is now we get to Goldspan Dragon without that much fear. And we still have the 3 mana left over to hold up Multiverse or flash in a Brazen Bar if we need to. So let's get to swinging here. Let's swing, make a treasure. Important to note, one thing I've seen other people do on stream before and stuff is you can't use that treasure to buff your Ascendant Spirit because it's not snow. And if they want to trade my Spirit for the Robber, that's fine. I've been wanting to get that Robber out of here for a little bit, so... Cool. Like, if they're doing that and not drawing a card from it, that's great. Here, we'll just pass the turn, hopefully having our Goldspan Dragon resolve. If not, we'll flash in Petty Theft. Oh no. This is very not cool, man. Let's go and behold here and see if we can find some kind of counter. It's not either of those, that's for sure. Really, I think we have one more gate in here. Okay, so I can petty theft this thing when it goes to them. The only downside of that is, if they have a way to counter this, then we're just mega blown out. But let's go ahead and go for it now. Let's, they're going to make a treasure from this. This sucks, but we don't really have much of another choice, so... Let's see if we can bounce this Goldspan back to our hand. Let's go! Good stuff. Good stuff. Goldspan Dragons are back. So that whole turn, they basically just played Merfolk Robber. Granted, they made us spend some cards, so... Not the worst trade-off for them. Let's go ahead and play Goldspan Dragon. I think we can go ahead and play Ascendant Spirit here too while the shields are down. We're still going to have another 3 mana left over, so again, we can flash in Brazen Borrower. Because we're down to 16 cards in the library now. We got to get the clock on. Not sure what opponent's really doing here. Okay, they let that resolve. Let's attack. Try to get them down. Looks like they're just taking it. 9 damage secured. And we'll pass the turn here. Can't level up the Spirit right now. We can still flash in Brazen Bar though. Don't mill me. Don't mill me, daddy. Alright, Simple Deceit coming down. 13 cards left in the bin. We're getting close. Not looking good on this one, but we'll see if we can pull this out. They scry to the top. That's never good either. Heartless Act my Goldspan. Unfortunate because I don't have a way to counter that because they milled all my counter magic. We can go ahead and just try to play this Brazen Borrower. If this doesn't resolve, then we're probably just dead. Okay, well, so you're saying there's a chance. Luckily we have this other Goldspan in hand. Blood Chief's there. I feel like I would have rather spent all the mana to kill Brazen Bar. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense now. Oh boy. Alright. Frostbite, not the worst spell in the world to grab. So I can play Goldspan here, like we're for sure doing that. Because now they just have 1 mana with that treasure. And I think I Frostbite before attacks to get them down to 2. And then with that other floating mana that's going to have, we probably just go ahead and play the Brazen Borrower as well. Just go ahead and do this now. Before they draw a card. I don't know what 1 mana things would really matter here. Just to make sure we get this on the battlefield. So we swing it in. Alright, they're down to 2. We have 12 cards. As long as they don't mill us here, I think we've actually found a way to fight through this. So let's just not get super milled here. That's so many cards though, my god. Okay, that's good for us. That means you're looking for answers here. That's not good. Oh no, that's not good either. Fateful Passage here kills us. Okay. So we go to 3 cards here. Don't think that's enough. If they Thieves Guild Enforcers 2 cards, I think. I think we're good, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. I think the Thieves Guild is 2 cards. Agadeem's for 1. 2 cards. Please say that's it. That's it. We get there with the 1 card in the library. Let's go. Get wrecked, opponent. Yeah. 3-0. Let's go and play one more. That was a fun one. I'm going to get one more game here, then we'll call it a day. Alright, the last game of the day here is against Archon. This deck has been super impressive and really fun to play. This has been some fun Magic. We're on the draw again, so we've been on the draw 3 out of 4 games. But who's counting? Decent little hand, though. Play the forward on 1 tapped. Then we start doing things. Mardu Triumph. Let me just play the forward here. It's probably... They don't have Yori on there, so I'm not sure what this would be. Mardu Knights, okay. Well, Frostbite can handle that just fine. I guess the question is, do we do it now? Because they could be playing Fight as 1. I think we just wait. We can hold up Petty Theft if we need to. Okay, there's going to attack. I think we just take the 2 for now. I ain't afraid into 2 damage. Triumph. Okay, well that's good because now... Well, I guess I could just Brazen Bar that still. This actually works out well because now I can bounce that, and then this next turn I can foretell Saw It coming and then still hold up Frostbite for if they play it. Another Frostbite's not bad either. So yeah, let's go ahead and just foretell Saw It coming. Hold up this Frostbite, which will do 3 damage now, by the way. Plains for opponent. Veteran coming down. This is not an explosive Knights deck so far. So let's see if they have that Fight as 1 that we talk about. Like, you would get it out of here this time. Like, we still have another Frostbite ready to go. Guess you could say I saw that one coming, huh? So this is another example of why Foretell is so good. Now, we can play Ascendant Spirit, we can Frostbite, and still hold up a counter spell. That's just so much to do for, like, one deck. So let's play this first. Okay, there didn't appear to be any stops there. So I'm actually going to... Let's just try to Frostbite this now. I can do it on their upkeep, but I want to just do this now while it seems like... Yeah. And now we're still holding up a counter spell or an activation of Ascendant Spirit if they try to stomp it or something. Don't know if Mardu Knights would run Stomp, but they're at 5 mana now, and they've just played their Inspiring Veteran twice. Kudro, I think, eats a counter spell here. We saw that one coming. What's the follow-up here? The follow-up is to resign. Alright. 4-0. 4-0 is a Goldspan. Let's take a look at the deck list one more time. This was fantastic. Let's go. Alright, y'all. So I guess 4-0 is pretty good, right? This list was a blast. That Rogues game was crazy too, man. I thought I was dead there for sure. But no, this deck's a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of interesting brews in Kaldheim so far, and it's been nice to see people playing new stuff. Of course, you're still have the people who just stick to Rogues, stick to Gruul, and can't blame them for working. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there's a lot of stuff I want to play in Kaldheim. But overall, this felt great. Goldspan Dragon is just a hell of a card, man. It's not Glorybringer. Glorybringer's still probably like my favorite Magic card ever. But Goldspan Dragon doing a really nice impression of just being a 5-mana 4/4 flying haste that comes in and just does work. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time. Let's go!